Arlington has won the Super 8 Massachusetts State Championship.
Good evening and welcome to Arlington High School, the home of the Spy Ponders, where your Spy Ponders lead the Wakefield High School Red Raiders 4-0. Spy Ponders come into this contest with a record of 4-2, winners of 4 straight, and Wakefield comes in at the inverse, 2-4. So here's a deflection and a steal. Pass up to Eddie Harris, who can't get it to go. And then a little forced error on the other side, and it'll be Spy Ponder ball. 5:17 left in the first quarter. Spy Ponders lead 4-0. Spy Ponders have been effective and energetic from the start with a full court trapping defense. As always, their offense has looked crisp and sharp as they move the ball side to side. Wakefield looking to deny one pass away. There's a reach in and a very nice steal there by Ashley Purcell, and Wakefield looked to get it going on the other end. So taking it to the basket there is Flanagan, and Claire Ewan reached in, and Flanagan will get a pair. So Spy Ponders, a little bit of what's good for the goose is good for the gander, as Wakefield gets a turnover and can create points off it. But Flanagan isn't able to connect on the first, even though she has a nice smooth stroke. So 4:55 left in the first quarter. Spy Ponders lead 4-0. And Flanagan goes 1 of 2 from the line. And not sure what the call was there. Maybe an inadvertent whistle that was called for a violation. So Wakefield looked to really get spunky on defense. They're denying one pass away. Not too many teams have been as energetic and focused to deny one pass away with the Spy Ponders. That's one of the reasons why, the super sophomore Ava Connolly is dynamic and sensational off of a dribble drive, and Claire Ewan can dribble drive, so can Carrie Farina. You got to be real careful if you are Jason Pavey, the Wakefield head coach, if you're going to be that aggressive on defense. And as you see there, Claire created a foul, and she'll shoot a pair. So I suspect that Coach Amanda Mortellette for the Spy Ponders doesn't mind one bit a team that's going to come in here and kind of try to turn the tables on them and deny one pass away. That's what these Spy Ponders face in practice every single day, as Team 2 tries to force Team 1, and then when they work on defense, it's deny one pass away. So here we go. There's your little diamond trap, though. 1-2, 2-1, and they'll sometimes trap over half court. Sometimes they'll soft trap, which means they just kind of hedge and don't really trap at all. Right now they've just kind of retreated back into their half court defense, where they like to deny one pass away and get deflections and steals right there. Whoa, wow, that is a hard foul on Ava Connolly, who pops right back up. A couple of outstanding efforts by both clubs there, as I believe that was Purcell on the foul, on the aggressive foul. So earning 2 is Ava Connolly, who can't get the first one to go. Spy Ponders lead 6-0, 4:17 left in the first quarter. She gets a second to go, and we'll see what this trap brings. There's this little diamond trap, 1-2, 1-1, and right there, that's just what they really want. They want deflection, steals, unforced errors, and we see some teams have success, especially early this year. They saw it twice last year, and as the Spy Ponders created an unforced error of their own, it's a trap it's a defense that if you practice it hard and you remain focused, dribble, reverse the ball hard to the other side, you can have some success, but it takes a lot of patience and practice, quite frankly. So someone's got to flash to the middle here, and they don't. So now they tighten up, and a timeout is finally called by Jason Pavey as the Spy Ponders create an effective trap. And with 4:03 left in the first quarter, Arlington Spy Ponders lead 7-0. Spy Ponders, as I mentioned, come into the game riding high on a 4-game winning streak, coming off a win on Friday night at a spirited the Winchester High School, where both the boys and the girls captured victories. Spy Ponders, ran out to an early lead and never really looked back. The Sachems have struggled, the past 2 years, but they're an improved group this year, and it's a win to really keep the momentum going. And for Coach Mortellette and the Spy Ponders, this is the first time this group, the fabulous freshmen last year, the super sophomores this year, that they've kind of had their heads above water. 2 games over 500, and now everything you do isn't quite as pressurized as you see Claire Ewan go in there and do what she does so well, and that's play kind of center field, free safety, and read the passer's shoulders and eyes, like she said in an interview earlier this year. So they're playing a little more free, a little more easy, getting deflections and steals that are coming. The ball kind of bounces your way when the pressure is off, when every move you make on the court doesn't hold what you perceive as significant meaning. You can kind of play free and easy, and that's what we're seeing with the Spy Ponders right now. So let's see if Ava Conley can get the offense going. A little flex cut here, and a flex down, and a flex up to the elbow, and then through, and now and right there, that's what the flex can do for you, as Aaron Walsh, another super sophomore, dives to the paint and gets a tremendous pass off the flex cut and is able to create contact in a couple of free throws. Walsh, you remember, is best known this year for, I believe it was the second game of the season when Claire Ewan got fouled shooting a three-pointer in a tight ball game late. Team was down, I believe, 4 points. And the other team, since Claire was out injured, a violation here, okay? So she's going to get another shot, I believe. No, they're going to say that was on the Spy Ponders. So it'll be Wakefield ball, but you remember that Walsh was chosen by the opponent to come off the bench and shoot the three free throws and bury 2 of them, one of the clutch performances of the season for the Spy Ponders. So here's Wakefield getting things going now. They are able to move the ball side to side, which they've struggled with so far. Ava does a nice job of defense in the paint, keeps her hands straight up using the principle of verticality, and is able to create a deflection. But Wakefield remains stout, gets one to go off the glass, and Claire rebounds and looks to probe. She gets to Ava Connolly, who pushes it up, and here we go with Diana Wicks. So the Spy Ponders will get their regular offense going. Nice little pump fake there by Claire. Claire stopping and popping, an outstanding pump fake and dribble drive to the cup by Claire. Spy Ponders lead 10-0, 2:40 left in the quarter. So Wakefield does a nice job this time breaking the press. Now so we get a couple things going on there. So they do a nice job of dribbling up, reversing hard. Player knows to look up ahead, which she does do, but hustling hard on the backside there was, I believe that was Michelle Mahoney, who rotated over hard and was able to create that unforced error. So now there's a high screen and roll for Ava, who takes it to the basket. Oh, can't get the roll to go. Up once with it, up twice is Claire, who gets it to go. Claire Ewan heating up here at the Taz on a Tuesday. 12-0 Spy Ponders, coming up on 2:10 left in the first quarter. Nice little pump fake there, and Wakefield does a nice job breaking the press this time. So they're staying with it, they're trying. They'll set up the offense. Now see if they can get it to go side to side. Use pump fakes. And so there's a 5-second violation, as Brianna Lottie was a little bit unsure of what to do with the basketball, and That's not a call you see a whole lot, folks, as Blair just kind of dribbled for 5 seconds. You have to make a move to the basket within 5 seconds with someone closely guarding you. I'm not sure if that was exactly closely guarding, but it's a chance for us all to learn the rules. And what we saw there was Carrie Farina doing an outstanding job of ripping, triple threat, dribble to the basket, can't get it to go, but again, there's Claire on the spot, rips a rebound down, creates contact, and get a pair of free throws. And, it's been my observation of this club, early this season that the engine that drives this team from an effort standpoint, from a defensive standpoint, from a rebounding standpoint, is Claire Ewan. She's got a pep in her step. She's got a bounce about her. She's electric. She's improving, and it's players like that kind of drive you when the going gets tough. And there she is again, getting a rebound, and they'll start the offense again. This is one thing they do really well, folks. This club runs offense really well, side to side. Side to side. There it goes again. You got a wide open shot. Got to let it go. Super job on offense there. And Coach Amanda Mortellette won't mind that one bit. Ball went to touched all 5 players. Each player caught in triple threat. Finally got a wide open shot for Diana Wick. Couldn't get to go down, but this is just what you want. So here's a soft trap, and now should be a hard trap. Oh, great job there by Mahoney, who cuts off baseline. Wow, that's sensational right there, and I know that'll get a pep in Coach Amanda Mortellette's step. Wow. Because I'll tell you, in that backside and that trap, that you cannot give up sideline. You give up sideline, that is 2 points because you got a 5-on-3 coming past there. So there's a little bit give and a go that can't work out as Kaylee Flanagan turns the ball over, and the Spy Ponders will take over with 57 seconds left in the first quarter, leading 13-0. And Diana Wicks will start the offense as super sophomore Ava Connolly gets a break. So here's Carrie Farina. Wow, stopping and popping up. That looks like a smooth stroke. I'll tell you something. Farina this season has probably been the Spy Ponders' most consistent player from a fundamental standpoint, from an effort standpoint there, as trying to get these names, folks. Sorry about that. As Sophie Brown is able to connect, and the Spy Ponders come right back, 15-2, 22 seconds left, so they'll put a little bit of pressure on, and there's your deflection, but the Wakefield club is able to get it over, and well, that's a little bit of a travel as somebody did a little Texas two-step in there, but stopping and popping, can't get it to go is Gaffney, and at the buzzer, no. Diana Wicks is not able to get it to go, and at the end of the first quarter, your Arlington Spy Ponders lead 15-2. So, welcome back to the Taj Gym in Arlington High, Arlington, Massachusetts, as the 4-2 Spy Ponders lead the 2-4 Wakefield Red Raiders 15-2. You know, I want to get back to what I was talking about. Carrie Farina, one of the 2 seniors on the team. You know, I really think that Carrie has kind of been a little bit of an unsung hero. I would point to her as the team's most consistent and effective player from a fundamental standpoint. She, makes the right move almost all the time. She's in the right spot. She is by far the team's most effective triple threat player, and she's strong. She's tough. Sometimes she hasn't been getting shots to drop, but I hope she doesn't hang her head, because this player's got it going right now, and she is on the pulse of the team and kind of what winning is all about. She right there got caught up in a nice effective double screen, but then of course meets the ball on the other end. That's exactly what I'm talking about there. And so the Spy Ponders they're going to call a foul there. Holy cow. Are you serious? Well, oh, brother, that's a couple of players going after the basketball, but yeah, that's why those guys in the stripes are paid, and I'm not. So Spy Pirates will take it out underneath and set a nice screen there as Claire Ewan, and she did move, so okay, we'll come back the other way as Claire set the screen on Kaylee Flanagan, moving a bit, but so the officials kind of saying we're not going to really let much physical basketball go tonight, so that's okay. So, just make sure you beat players to spots and, force unforced errors just like you saw there. When the officials are sending you a message, you've got to respond. You have to understand what's being, told of you, asked of you. This is what they're being asked now is, can you play defense and be effective in offense without creating contact? Can you set screens without moving? Can you create contact without initiating an offense? Can you not reach in defense and make a deflection just like Wakefield is right there? And then, right on cue, Annie Harris gets a, that's awful tic-tac. That's awful tic-tac. But the officials have made the statement early. You reach in, you make contact, you're going to get a foul call. So here's Ava Connolly coming back in. 15-2, 7:10 left in the half. And we'll see if the trap over half court. Should be a trap there. Annie Harris comes up the trap, but reaches in, doesn't want to reach in and get a foul. And so now players are a little bit more tentative now and making sure they're not creating contact that's a foul. And so that's why we got a little bit of uneasy, uncertain play out there as Wakefield shot to the basket, just errant. And with 22 seconds left on the shot clock, they'll take it out of bounds. That's a violation, folks. You can only take one step either side, but I digress. A nice little dribble drive here, and dribble and dish. So unable to connect, and Derek turns the ball over, and I'll tell you, Ashley Purcell is playing aggressive and effective. No. Again, and second time's a charm for Kaylee Flanagan, and 15-4 as the other end deflection on a carry. Farina drive to the basket, and here comes Wakefield the other way. Butler probes. Back, stopping and popping is Flanagan. She can't get it to go. And I'm sure Coach Mortellette wants the offense to be set up and move that ball side to side. And I'll tell you, Wakefield's getting a little bit feisty out there as a nice floater there. Diana Wick stopping and popping from 8. Outstanding. 17-4 Spy Ponders. 5:38 left in the first half, and there's another unforced error. Now, for those that aren't tennis aficionados, unforced error is one of those ones that a player, kind of thinks about making a pass one way, throws it to someone who's maybe not ready for it or not there, and the defense didn't cause the turnover per se, so it gets an unforced error, as here's Farina looking to make an effective pass to Ava Connolly, who can't get it to go with the left. And now here is Milan probing, and Gaffney will take a turn. So Wakefield looks to get the ball aside. Their offense has not been, they've struggled, no doubt, folks. 17-4, 4:59 left in the first half. I mean, you really can't sugarcoat it. They've struggled offensively, but they've been able to move the ball side to side and dribble drive at times. They just really haven't gotten quality shots at the basket. So it's been a while since Spy Ponders have had an effective half-court set. Let's see if they can get one here. Nice screen there by Claire's pick and roll to the basket. Can't get it to go. And coming away the other side, and Claire Ewan races in to tie up Hannah Hill, and it's a jump ball, and Spy Ponders will get it underneath, so you get a little box action here. Somebody should be going to screen for Claire. No? Whoa. Good catch there by Deanna Wicks, stopping and popping, and the bank is open. Bing, bang, boom. Wicks from way downtown. And there's a deflection and a steal. Here's Farina. Great pass. Oh, Farina with a bullet pass, but it's picked off there by Hill, and back we come the other way. Wow. Frenetic action here at the Taz as another offensive rebound goes to Wakefield. And they'll look to set up the offense. Stopping and popping and connecting is Purcell, and the Spy Ponders lead 26 as we come under 4 minutes left in the half. Spy Ponders haven't had an effective half-court set in a while, and that time Claire just gets gobbled up that time by Hill, and Milan will start the other with an outstanding bounce pass. Inside, can't connect, up again, and Hill is able to put it in. 20-8, and Coach Mortallette says, hold on, folks. Let's talk this over with 3:36 left in the first half. Spy Ponders lead 20-8. So Coach Mortallette, there's going to be ebbs and flows in the game. You know that a 2-4 club like Wakefield isn't going to come in here and they're not going to score 2 points in a quarter. So you knew that wasn't going to continue. Shots are going to fall. I think what might be getting a bee in Coach Mortallette's bonnet, so to speak, is probably the lack of multiple touches on offense. The ball not really going side to side. Their signature, effective and outstanding and patient, quite frankly, offense is not. It hasn't been really on display for most of the quarter. The Spy Ponders have gotten some deflections, some steals, but their offense has been a little bit stagnant. So let's see if that's what the instructions for the troops from Coach Mortallette. So they'll go flex look here. Okay, there we go. And now here's Wicks popping up the elbow. She's got to rip hard, and so they got to stick with it here. Got to play all the way through. 7 seconds. Taking to the basket strong. See that? Then that's right there, folks. That's the value in playing all the way through, to the play is over. You may run a play like you would flex going there that breaks down at some point, but if the ball's on the ground, you got to pick it up. You got to do something with it. And I'll tell you right there, it was Aaron Walsh. I'll tell you, Aaron Walsh knew just what to do. You 7 seconds on the shot clock. You get the basketball out near the three-point line. You get an open shot, you might let it fly. But if you don't, it's dribble, drive to the basket. You get 7 seconds. There's not a whole lot you can do with it. And so that was an effective decision for Walsh, who's able to connect and then parlays the good decision with a good action, which is making the free throw, and the Spy Ponders lead 21-8 with 3:10. And you see that all the time. Somebody makes a good decision, it's followed by free throws. This is when they make the free throws, when you're feeling good about what you just did. And so she knows what she did was, so she follows up a good decision with a couple of good actions, and that's what you like to see out here. So let's see if Wakefield, who's been very effective on offense last couple trips, but I'll tell you, you got to be always careful when you're passing one pass away with Ava Connolly. She just turns her player inside out, gets a hand on it, another block, but a offensive rebound for Wakefield, and reaching in that time, I believe, was Walsh on a nice little turnaround there by Winnie Milan, and Milan will get a pair. Milan's feisty down low. It's tough. You look out there at this Wakefield club, and they don't really have a lot of height for sure, and so I'll tell you, this Milan's a tough kid. She, when they need a ball inside, she's the one that's got a nice wide base, hands out, a good target to pass to. She catches the ball strong, goes up strong. That time she's rewarded with a couple of freebies, contact on the shot. And you get that ball a couple feet from the basket, folks, lots of good things can happen, and it doesn't matter how tall or short you are. get the ball in there strong with a good recovery and, pump fake. Lots of good things can happen, and they tremendously outweigh the bad things. So 2:43 left in the half. Spy Ponders lead 22-8. I believe they waved that off. And Wakefield will stay in their man-to-man. Oh, it's a high screen here again. Now, Ava Connolly has struggled with this high screen. Well, she hasn't really struggled. She struggled to kind of finish the cup. And I'll tell you, folks, Ava has for 2 years now. She's always improving, but you can always see what the next step is kind of going to be. And for a while there was maybe hitting those little stoppers and poppers. We got a couple of those in their last home game, and I'll tell you, she gets that lefty runner. She gets that dribble drive finish at the cup, and I'll tell you, look out, folks. Look out for Ava and look out for the Spy Ponders, because they are going to be a tough team to beat when she puts this all together. And right there, that's what I'm talking about with Farina. I'll tell you, that's a tremendous deflection. That's all effort, and then she's hustling back the other side. Now we get the offense going. So Farina sets the stage here. Here she'll rip, and she'll tremendous offense here. There's a nice little rip by Walsh. Now she'll dribble drive, gets in. Walsh will stop and pop, and the bank is open for Walsh. Outstanding and effective offense by the Spy Ponders. Erin Walsh and Carrie Farina. 25-8, 150 left in the first half. And here again, turning Ava is Mylan. And I'll tell you, this Mylan's a feisty player. Spy Ponders, well, let's get their offense going here. And here's Carrie Ann Farina, another great, that's a good look. I don't mind that any day of the week, maybe a little bit of a bounce on that, but Farina's always trying to create something positive out there. She's not afraid to try. She's not afraid to fail, and that's what makes her succeed. Period in the story. So that's Claire there. And they're going to call a 5-second call. It's a little bit of a quick call, but I tell you, Ava, you got to let that one go. Claire had a step there, and she can fight through and receive that basketball. Matter of fact, that is her job description as a team's 5. So taken to the basket, strong that time is Sophie. Brown can't get to go, and Ava with 1:15 left in the half and up 25-10 will set up the offense. Now here's Walsh. That's a little UCLA cut there into a ball screen. Well, this is effective offense. Oh, and there's a one-hitter to Ava. Bing, oh, she can't get it to go. Strong rebound there by Gaffney, and the foul on Farina will send her to the bench to get a rest, along with Ava with 56.7, and the Spy Ponders leading 25-10. So Diana Wicks will take over the point guard duties, and Erin Walsh, another super sophomore, will take the other guard spot. It looks like we've got Kate Demare, another super sophomore, and it would appear Kaylee Lyons is our 5th player out there. So lots of fresh faces out there. Nice effort there as Erin Walsh creates a jump ball, but with alternating possessions, which is preposterous and silly. The Wakefield Red Raiders will attempt a 3-point shot. And a nice rebound there, and sticking with it is Diana Wicks, and she'll start the offense. So 18 seconds, shot clock is off. They can get one last shot. An errant pass is able to find Wicks, who looks inside, and that's a little bit too high there. Good idea. These players in dribble drives might want to think of bounce passes. Oh, nice little deflection there. There we go. There's a Perfect trap. There we go. What we got here? What on earth do we have? Holy cow. So they're going to call it. All right, okay. So it would appear that Jason Pavey called timeout before his player dropped the ball on that absolutely that effective trap that was in the corner. You know, the corners of the court, you picture the court as a rectangle, and you know those corners, those are, they call them coffin corners. Meaning, you know, there's not much going to happen there but death. Don't dribble to them, don't pass the ball to them. You know, and the Spy Ponders got a deflection, and then those two players saw that player heading for that coffin corner. Their eyes lit up and said, "Here we go!" And then at the same time, Jason Pavey, the head coach of Wakefield, said, "Not so fast, folks. Let's get me a TO," which he did. That was outstanding and effective. So right now it would appear that Flanagan will take it in, and that'll be the end of the first half with your Spy Ponders leading 25-10. Spirited first half. Both teams were aggressive and energetic. I thought the Spy Ponders were very effective early, especially with patient offense, unselfish play, and lots of deflections and steals. After that, I think Wakefield kind of settled down a bit, became more effective, were able to connect on some outside shots. I don't think it was a lack of effort in the Spy Ponders, but I think it was maybe a lack of execution, especially on the offensive end. So we'll see what Coach Mortellette has to say to her troops to rally them in the second half, and then we'll come back to ponder what Jason Pavey has to might say to his group in the second half. Spy Ponders lead 25-10. Bing, bang, boom.
You are watching ACMi Sports' coverage of Arlington basketball. Where would you rather be than right here and right now?
And we're back with the start of the second half as the Spy Ponders lead 25-10. A spirited and effective and inspirational halftime display by the 8th grade travel team of Arlington as they wowed the crowd, displaying their skills, stamina, and dexterity with an array of skills. So Spy Ponders lead 25-10. You know, we'll see what Wakefield and Jason Pavey. I'm saying to myself, you know, if I'm Jason, you know, what do I need here? I don't know if I can, you know, teach my kids to put the ball in the basket as Annie Harris, stopping and popping from 15. So, you know, maybe I'm going to try to get some layups off of deflections and steals. Their offense has been fairly effective getting to side, and the players are very aggressive, just as you see there. And putting right on cue is Flanagan. She's been very aggressive so far. And there's a dangerous pass there that lands in what's called no man's land, right down by Carrie Farina's feet. It's a tough pass to catch. And 27-12 in the third, just underway in the third. So there's, wow, she was waiting for that one. Is Claire. Nice bounce pass. Oh, and unable to connect with the hoop and the harm is Ava Connolly. And I'll tell you, Claire had that thing measured out. she read the player's body language. She threw the ball. It was there like it was passed to her. Picked it up, took a couple of dribbles, and a beautiful bounce pass to Ava, who couldn't quite finish, but that's how you dial it up, folks. Can't be any better than that. So nice smooth stroke of Ava Connolly, who very often doesn't hit net on both free throws, does it again there. And there's another deflection, this time by Farina, who gets a hand on another ball. They can call that foul all day long, folks. I could not care less. That's a great foul by Farina. I want that foul. I want her committing that foul. That is a foul, and I want her committing it. I know Coach Mortellette does. That's excellent. That means she's dialed in and trying to make something happen. young players, if you come to the end of a contest that you've played the majority of the game in and you have 0 fouls, you have not played aggressively. Here's Ava Connolly the other way. Wicks will probe. And she picks up her dribble where she shouldn't. She's in no man's land, and Coach Amanda Mortalette's not going to, as she is, okay, she will bail her out. And Diana Wicks created a little bit of a no-no there, picking her dribble up. But I'll tell you, I'll give it to this Wakefield club. They saw that, and they pounced as a unit. Everybody denied one pass away. The player guarding, I believe it was, I think it was Gaffney. No, Milan, I think it was, it just clamped down on Diana and, mirrored the ball with the hand. That's how it's done, and that is a perfect example of why you don't pick your dribble up 40 feet from the basket. But Coach Mortalette will rally the troops now. I want to get back to that play before that foul. I think there's a school of thought by some neophytes or people that think a certain way about basketball. A foul is a negative thing. In general, sure it is. You don't want to be fouling out there. You don't want to be creating opportunities for the other team. On the other hand, if you're trying to make something happen by a deflection or steal and you create a foul, that's not necessarily a bad thing. The one there by Ava Connolly we just saw right there, so that's one of those 50-50. Is that a good foul? She's aggressive. She's trying to cut off baseline. Maybe could have beat her to a spot, but I digress. So it'll be McKeon able to connect in the first one as Ava Connolly picks up her third. So actually that was not a good foul, no matter what, 100% bad foul, because that's her third, and she's going to have to sit down and reflect. So, and we have I believe our third violation of this ball game, and I'm going to now keep an eye because I haven't seen any of them yet, but I admit I haven't been looking. Now, just for you folks at home, no one can step into this lane until the ball hits the rim. So let's see if I'm sorry, that was the old 3 years ago. Anyway, it's until the ball was released. So everybody stepped in on time there, and I'm going to step out of my time machine, and I'm not 4 years back. Anyway, that's that. So Wicks learns, and she's able to matriculate the ball into a good spot. Here's Claire taking the basket. She's tied up, but fights through it. Now see if they can get the ball to go side to side. Carrie Farina goes to the basket strong, squares her shoulders, creates contact, and she's rewarded with 2 free throws. So, we saw in the first half these officials, they're not going to put up with any hands on the body on dribble drives. And Farina, wisely, as she was, found herself in a good position to turn the corner, and someone said, all right, well, you got a choice, defender. You can either make contact with me or let me lay the ball in the basket. The defender wisely said, well, I think I'll let you have a couple of freebies to make them instead of 1 for 2. So she's able to connect in the first one on a smooth stroke. Farina can't get 2 to go, but Spy Ponders lead 30-13, 5:12 left in the third. Another deflection by Claire. And the Spy Ponders will set up their half-court defense, and Wakefield will try to dribble, drive, and penetrate with offense that goes both sides. So what we have here, so here comes the official. He's going to get this all straightened out here. Something's amiss, something's awry, and this official's going to, Johnny on the spot, he's going to get this all squared away. That's what they pay him the big bucks for, folks. He's down there. That's what it was. It was a scoreboard clock malfunction. He stepped in, took control. Everyone's calmed down now. They see that this official has everything under control. He's confabbing with the meeting of the minds, if you will, of the sensational scoreboard crew And he's got it underway and is rewarded, this official, with some cheering from the crowd. Outstanding. Outstanding. The Spy Ponders reward the official with a steal of their own. And here comes Diana Wick. She'll start the offense going. And Wakefield remains aggressive on defense, invading the space of Spy Ponders. And I'll tell you, that's an effort turnover there by Wakefield. Wow, that was Wakefield's ball, folks. Holy cow. And now they're going to call, I thought that's, yes. That was Annie Harris who hooked from behind. An outstanding call by the official on the baseline. That's exactly what that was. Annie Harris got a little too aggressive there. I saw her hook. That's something you never see called. That's what you see that in the NBA players hook. She's hooking. Said, the official said, no, sir. No, ma'am. So to the basket, finishing at the cup. An outstanding finish by Flanagan, 30-17. And a turnover, blind pass. Helter-skelter action. Finally, Hill take it up down low. Can't get it to connect is Gretorix. And the Spy Ponder, no. Wakefield's turned up the energy and effort. 30-15, 5:26. And that is a travel indeed. So they do turn up the energy and effort, but the miscues and mistakes continue for the young ladies from Wakefield. There's another tough pass, but I'll tell you, that's a great catch there by Harris, who really had nowhere to turn, threw it. It ended up in Gore-Tex's hands, and here comes Ava Connolly back in, 30-17, coming up on 5 minutes left to go in the third. Spy Ponders have struggled in offense. Finally, a nice pass down low. Claire can't finish at the cup. She gets aggressive, and they're going to call her for a foul there because she reached in and, I don't know, apparently too rudely took the ball away from an opponent. You know, folks, holy cow. I mean, if the player, you are allowed to go in and rudely grab the ball away from an opponent. That's not a foul. You have to make contact that's illegal and not incidental. There's a deflection, a steal, a great pass by Farina, and creating contact at the rim and Ava Connolly. And Connolly and Farina say, ooh, everybody, settle down. We got this under control. Farina and Harris have been towers of power for loose balls, rebounds, meeting passes halfway, making correct decisions, and overall providing leadership and high acumen, basketball acumen to the contest. So Ava gets one out of two, 31-17, 4 left in the third. And Spy Ponders will go to the soft trap. They're not going to trap until after half court. And that's how you do it, folks. Going to the middle. She could have turned and looked all the way opposite. Dribble into the basket. An outstanding finish at the cup for Milan. And Milan has been tough. We see Purcell reaching in. Purcell's been feisty. I'll tell you, Purcell's got a tough job guarding Ava Connolly. That is not, you will remember this day for the rest of the season, the day you had to try to keep Ava Connolly in front of you. There are not many players in the league that can dribble as well from both sides as Ava Connolly. And Harris takes the cup, and a very strong rebound that time by Gaffney. And here's Wakefield. Now taken to the cup, I'll tell you, no problem. None at all with this Winnie Milan. She's a junior. She's tough. She's been really very effective dribble driving to the basket all game. She's not afraid to play in the post, to receive the basketball in the post, to execute in the post. You know, maybe as a junior she could improve on some of her specific skill work, but anytime you see that desire and that effort above average and high, way higher than it's supposed to go, as an average player, this player's got a bright future. She can play on my team any day. So here's Farina breaking the pressure with no problem. Spy Ponders now looking to go side to side. And they do. This is their offense, folks. This is what they do well. That miss won't bother Coach Amanda Mortallette one bit. And back the other way, looking. See, that's what I'm talking about, folks. So, you can say Milan right there. Maybe that's an errant pass, but her heart's in the right place, and she dribbled hard to get to the right spot, to make the right play, tried to make the right play. And if you fail trying to make the right play, you're doing what you're supposed to be. It's Harris to the basket. I'll tell you, Harris can dribble. If I'm scouting this Spy Ponder team, Annie Harris is a left-handed ball handler. Even though she's right-handed, shoots right, dribbles right, I would shade right. And they're again coming in and making a very nice steal is Mahoney, and then Farina finishes at the cup, and that gets a pep in everybody's step, and there we have a travel coming back the other way. This team feeds off deflections. That time Mahoney picked up right where Claire Ewan left off, and Farina gets one to go at the cup. Farina's been outstanding tonight, period. End of story. She's been tough. There's a ball. Look at that ball fake, folks. A little give and go. I jinxed her. That's on me, folks. I jinxed her. I said she's been tough. Right when I do, she tosses the ball away. That's on me. But, of course, she comes back the other way with a beautiful steal. Beautiful pass up ahead to fellow senior Harris, who can't finish at the cup. Frenetic action here at the ties. To the basket is Butler. Can't get it to go. Around the horn. Stopping and popping. Can't get it to go is Gritex. Another offensive rebound and a third chance for Wakefield. Dribbling to the basket is Milan. Stopping and popping. No. Is Purcell. Another. No. And coming away with it is Michelle Mahoney, who's been effective in the third quarter. Here's Ava Connolly probing. Here's Farina. Wow, that's a dagger pass right there to the dagger corner. When you go baseline and make that pass, eventually Mahoney's going to realize that where you got to go when that player dribbles baseline is you got to dive right to the three-pointer. They call that the dagger corner. And it was an effective pass there by Farina. Mahoney was in the right place for her at the time and wasn't able to connect. So the Spy Ponders will go back and look for deflections and steals. And an effective dribble drive to the basket and a dish there. Finishing at the cup is Gaffney on an outstanding pass by McKeon. Sorry, Gritex. And here's Mahoney. She'll try a left again, and now she finally gets it to go. Mahoney, third time's a charm with the left hand, and she is very effective. There's a nice little screen. We haven't seen that to break this press, and again, the press is effective. Press break is effective for Wakefield. Wakefield is aggressive against this press, as Coach Jason Pavey seems to be very upset at one of the officials. I can't understand what for. Maybe he thought that his super freshman Sophie Brown got fouled going to the basket, which she may have a bit, but looked like incidental contact for me. And now meeting the ball and going up strong with it is Gritex, but Ava Connolly boxes out well, and back we go the other way. A nice little pass there, stopping and popping. The bank is open that time. Kaylee Lyons, bing, bang, boom. Spy Ponders lead 37-21, 45 seconds left in the third. Claire moving her feet, There's another deflection. It'll stay here. I'll tell you, Ava Connolly does not give up one pass away easily. Her hands are in passing lane. She makes it difficult. Both Farina and Connolly are the most effective one pass away players on this team. Claire's the most effective post defender, but she gets beat to a ball there. Once, twice, and a third time that time. Outstanding effort by the freshman Gaffney. And here comes Wakefield. They've got a little pep in their step. Oh, a little turnaround, can't get it to go. That time is Gaffney, and back come the Spy Ponders. Ava Connolly pulls down another rebound. An outstanding rebounder for a guard is Ava Connolly. 6 seconds. 4, taken to the basket and rewarded with contact that time is Diana Wicks. And, you know, I'll tell you, that's one of those conundrums she was in. Diana was in a conundrum. She wasn't quite sure how much time exactly she had to execute the move. She knew she had Ava Connolly open on the wing. And then I think she made the wise choice and said, you know what? I know my coach, Amanda Mortoletta, has told me our goal every time at the end of quarters, halves, and games are to make sure we get a shot at the basket. You can't put a ball in if you don't shoot it. So she decided to make sure she would get a shot up there. She was contacted and she was awarded 2 free throws. Spy Ponders lead 39-21. At the end of the quarter, no. The heat from freshman Sophie Brown does not go, and the Spy Ponders lead 39-21 after 3. So a spirited third quarter. I was very impressed with the effort and energy coming in the second half from Jason Pavey's team. You know, I kind of questioned, what really was what changes could possibly be at the disposal of Coach Pavey, and he answered kind of pretty much what I thought. The answer isn't in X's and O's. It's in aggression and confidence. And he probably pumped their tires a bit. So it's okay. We're down a little bit. We're going to keep trying. We're going to keep improving. And we're not going to worry too much about the scoreboard. We're going to worry about trying to go one play at a time, or in this case, one pass at a time or one defensive set at a time. And that's kind of how it would appear to me that they've approached it. And, they've gotten a couple shots to fall. They've gotten some deflections, steals. At one point, they turned the defense. They dialed it way up. And Spy Ponders had trouble getting their offense going for a little while there. Diana Wicks struggled a little bit to get that offense started where it's supposed to be. But she fought through it and figured it out and improved. So here's Ava starting. Here's Claire stopping and popping. That is her shot, folks. Stopping and popping 15 is Claire Ewan. And Spy Ponders open up their largest lead of the game at 20 as we open up play here in the final stanza. To the basket, strong that time. Gretorix. And they're going to, what on earth? Holy cow, I missed what that was. Did they call it travel? Did they call an offensive foul? I wasn't looking, so rewind at home and have fun figuring out what that was. Holy cow. So Spy Ponders will get their offense going. They want to go side to side. When they go side to side, they're tough. It's a tough team. They make you work. It's a real easy to play defense. Perfect offense there. Can't ask for better than that. And, you miss a shot like that, it just can't bother you. You've done what you're supposed to. And that's one where Claire's got to learn that this is a foul Claire makes. This is her 4th foul. She makes it a little too often for my taste, but certainly, that's, asking a lot out of a super sophomore to understand when you have to back off. The bottom line, she needs to figure out when it's not there, meaning that the steal isn't there. And when it's not there, you have to back off and avoid contact. Because if you're going for a steal and you've invaded the space of the person you're defending, it is your job to get out of the way when you're out of position. So here we go back the other way is Ava. And we'll see if we can get some more solid offense. And that's a travel. And, So I was talking to my friend and 26-year official Brian Sweeney at the junior varsity game, Arlington Winchester game Friday night, and we were talking about that play right there. We both agreed that's a play that these officials are calling too often now, and it's an anticipation call. So stopping and popping right there is Mylan, and Mylan gets it to go. Her perseverance is rewarded with a bucket. And now we'll see if the Spy Ponders can get something going. They can't. And showing some nifty hands that time is Flanagan, and Mylan will start it the other way. It's a nice save, but the Spy Ponders will pick it up. Here's Mahoney. Mahoney dribbles through a double team, and here we go. This is what happens. You dribble through a double team. Nice pass on the go. Can't get it to go at the cup. Ouch. Is Kaylee Lyons. I'll tell you, folks, Michelle Mahoney looks aggressive in the second half. That time she got trapped in that coffin corner we were talking about earlier in the contest, and she bullied her way through, kept the ball low, split the double team, and once you split that double team with a dribble, keep going, because it's a 5-on-3, 2-on-1, 3-on-1. Anyway, so back the other way comes Mylan. She'll probe. Nice little pass from Mylan, and Mylan, a little dipsy-do disharoo to Butler, who's fouled by Ava Connolly, and the fouls mount up here for the Spy Ponders as Connolly has 4. Claire Ewan has 4. 5:35 left in the contest, 41-23. So a little bit white knuckle time right now as the Spy Ponders' most effective and aggressive ball handler and rebounder are forced to sit with 4 fouls. And I'll tell you, folks, if you're Coach Amanda Mortellette, you bring them back in only if you think this contest is in peril, because if they foul out, it may just be. Now, here's Wicks, and she's got a job to get that ball penetrate. Does a nice job stopping and popping is Wicks. Wicks shows what can happen if a player defends too tight. A couple of strong dribble drives, and you can get things going. And there, I didn't see a travel there, but I wasn't looking closely, but I'm a little, I favor Mylan, the junior from Wakefield. I think she's tough. I think she's trying hard all the time. I like players like Mylan. I think she's trying hard. I think she's doing the best she can. I think she's trying to execute and be effective with limited skill set. And so, no problem with that. She's stopping and popping that time, getting it to go. A nice effort there by Farina off of the miss by Aaron Walsh, and the Spy Ponders will see if we can get a little give and go that time. And Farina tries to finish at the cup, can't, lots of contact. Back we come the other way. Mylan a probe, she's quick. And to the basket and finishing at the cup is Mylan. Outstanding and assertive. 2 giant steps and a finish. So 43-26. 4:36 left in the ballgame, and Coach Mortellette will take an exasperated timeout as this game isn't over, folks. 43-26, 4:35 left in the contest. Claire Ewan, 4 fouls. Ava Connolly, 4 fouls. Your most effective and dynamic ball handler and rebounder are out at the same time, which means that players like Annie Harris, players like Diana Wicks, players like Michelle Mahoney, players like Carrie Ann Farina, they're going to be asked to do a little more than they normally would. And that's what happens when a player a starter with a specific skill set goes up. You don't look at one player and go, okay, you replace this player. No. Everybody does a little more. So Diana Wicks is an outstanding ball handler. You just saw her cross over to the basket, but she's a better shooter than she is a ball handler. So she's got to be stout with the ball. Other players have to be effective and protect the basketball through the dribble, and everybody's got to help out on the glass. So here's Mahoney. She's had an outstanding second half, and that might be, and they don't call that because that looked like a travel to me. Good spin move here. And here goes Mahoney to the basket, strong. Can't get it to go with a couple rebounds, her own miss. Mahoney shows why it's going to be very difficult to challenge her 20, 30 feet from the basket. And we go the other way. She misses both. Second one from downtown. Now that is, ouch, tough call on Farina. And with 4:09, the freshman, Sophie Brown, will get 2 from the line. Now that's only the second on Farina. Shows how smart she's been. She's been easily the most aggressive player on the Spy Ponders tonight. Only called with 2 personal fouls. One of them was one that I thought was literally outstanding. So Brown, smooth stroke for the Frosh. The Frosh gets 2. That'll put a pep in everybody's step when the Frosh goes 2 for 2 from the line. Here's Wicks. Lots of contact, no call, but she breaks it herself. Now they can bring it back out. Good pump fake. Farina does the right thing, picked up the dribble a little bit. She can call timeout, and I don't know what they called there. 5 seconds maybe? Holy cow. I think they called an offensive foul. And right on cue, Claire will come back in with 3:53. Yeah, it's funny. I thought Farina did the right thing and pulled up. She could have drove to the basket, but said, no, let's get a good, outstanding and effective offensive set. The problem was she picked up her dribble when she decided to do it. Now taking to the ball, taking the hole strong and finishing at the cup is Gratox. And here's Mahoney, who's being absolutely hounded by Purcell. And she's going to do it all herself here. Stopping and popping is Mahoney, can't get it to go. Here's Claire, rebounds. No, and back we go the other way. 43-30. Coming up on 3:15 left in the third. Here's Mylan, she'll probe. Stopping and popping is the Frost to the basket. Can't get it to go. Rebounds her own miss. Brown out to Flanagan. Mylan. Nice little bounce pass there. Stopping and popping and can't get it to go, but again, there's Brown, gets the rebound, and Brown has been outstanding and effective. A Frosh. 4 tries at the basket for Wakefield, and now the Frosh, who buried a pair last time, will shoot 2. 43-30, 2:52, as Ava Connolly poises herself to come back in the ballgame. So Brown can't get her third in a row to go. 43-30, 2:52. Rochelle Mahone, Diana Wicks will take a seat. She was effective in dribbling the basket, just couldn't get those floaters to go. And so 3 out of 4 in the last 3 is Brown. And here comes the pressure now by Wakefield. We got a game here, folks. 12-point game. There's a deflection, but Ava's able to corral it. She's fouled, but no call. And here we go back the other way. They're going to call that an Ava. And so that's going to be, oh, holy cow, folks. So Ava gets called for her 5th personal foul. That's going to be it for her. 2:46 left in the ball game. Shooting at the other end is going to be Ashley Purcell. Wow, holy cow, that's a tough 5th foul on Connolly. There's a lot of contact there, and certainly Ava's got to learn not to reach after she makes that turnover, even if it was created by contact, but wow. you like to have officials understand what a fifth foul is for a player and at least make them earn it. I'm not quite sure that was earned, but nonetheless, it was a foul, and connected on the first to cut it to 11. Is Butler. Butler gets both. Excuse me, not Butler. That was Purcell, and now a timeout by, I believe, Coach. No, it was timeout by Jason Pavey. So heads up here for the Spy Ponder. Now Pavey's calling a timeout now. He's on defense. That means he's changing something up. He wants to get his players on the same page. I can't imagine he would change it up from the man. The man he's just coming off 2 steals from the man. I mean, maybe he wants to jump it, a jump type of trap. Who knows? Maybe some sort of a trap. We'll have to see. So with Coach Mortellette, this is where, at the end of the ball game, the message is crystal clear. You got to be strong with the basketball. You got to expect contact to happen, and you got to fight through it. And when you fight through it, you've got to set up your offense, run the offense side to side, look for an effective and open shot, and let it fly with poise and confidence, and put a couple of points on the board. You're not taking clock here at 2:46 up 10. You're not taking clock. Somebody's got an open shot, they let it go. You're running regular offense. So here's Mahoney, who does a nice job with a little stutter step, and now she's got the offense going. Now they got it both side to side. Now this is a trap. There's your trap. This is a 1-3-1. And see if they identify it. Oh, and a cross-court pass is picked off there by Gretorks. And now dribbling to the basket. Beautiful block by Claire. Here comes Claire the other way. It's up to Mahoney, who finished with the left. Can't get it. Claire picks up the trash, and it goes. An outstanding effort by Claire Ewan, who does it on both ends, and the Spy Ponders lead by 12. 2 minutes left in the contest. Here's the Frost Brown to the basket. She's been outstanding. That's a travel, and it is. So the Spy Ponders, buoyed by Claire Ewan's effective and inspirational play on both ends, have opened up a 12-point lead, and that's what you got to do. They're trying to be aggressive, and that's just, I'll tell you something. That is what has got to be done. Carrie Farina identified that everybody was denying one pass away, even opposite sides. She said, all right, you're going to deny me a skip pass here. I have no other choice but to dribble hard to the basket and finish at the cup. And then she put her defender in a spot to say, well, you're either going to foul me or let me lay it in. It's as simple as that. She can't get it to go. 12-point game, 1:41 left in the contest. To the basket that time. And yes, and one. Jamie Gretorks is able to get the hoop and the harm to cut it to 10. Astonishing turnaround here in the second half, as that's going to be the 5th on Claire Ewan. So Ewan has fouled out. Ava Connolly is fouled out. And so the Spy Ponders will lean on other players to perform different duties, as we see stepping up right on cue. And this Mahoney's been outstanding in the second half. She's been aggressive, more so than I've seen her in her 2 years here in the varsity for the Spy Ponders. That was a big time varsity rebound there. You don't want to reach here for the Spy Ponders. You want to play stout defense. You want to move your feet. You want to talk and prevent dribble drives. Here's Brown, the tremendous freshman, can't get it to go. Rebounds her own miss. Milan to the basket. She can't get it to go. And a nice box out by Annie Harris, a lead in the Spy Ponder ball. They're up 10, 45-35, 112 left. Full court man press. They can go deep. Now watch behind you, and here's Milan who's got the ball. She can finish here, and does. Milan finishes to cut it to 8. 1:08 left. 45-37, and what we saw there was Diana Wicks kind of just backed up, and Milan said, oh, that's a pair of cookies for me. I'll just grab that out of the air, snarf it, and go up. And I'll tell you what, I was saying before, and I hope that nobody listening to this broadcast, especially those supporting Wakefield and the outstanding young players on their club, I mentioned that I didn't think Milan was an outstanding player from a skill standpoint. I hope that no one thought I was slighting this player. This player has inspired me with her effort, and I wasn't suggesting she has no skills. I just thought that she had evolving skills. She was skills that were improving and had lots of room to improve. And certainly one skill that she's got down pat is that dribble and finish at the cup on the right-hand side. And when she picked that pass off, she's lightning quick. She's aggressive, and I knew she was gonna go to the basket with confidence. That's just what happened. So, 8-point game here. The Spy Ponders. This isn't. There's no mysteries here, folks. You got to be strong with the basketball. You got to come to it if there's trouble. You got to hold on to it tight. So, an unforced error there, and precious few seconds bleed off the clock as Coach Mornellette loses another week of her life. So here's Brown. Brown's had a great second half. This is a freshman with promise. And here's the senior captain who makes a nice pass, but Brown there's Johnny on the spot. She can dribble with the left hand. She can cross over as well. She's tough. So backdoor pass, but right there to deny it is Mahoney, and the ball's on the ground. That's going to be Spy Ponder ball, I believe. 44.5 seconds, and it is. Championship effort there by Mahoney, who's been all over the place in this second half. I don't know if she's got a bucket, but it doesn't matter to me. She's been really tough. Got to come to the ball, folks. Got to come to that ball. And they're going to call 5 seconds. I don't think that's a 5-second call, but I don't have a stopwatch on it. It seems pretty quick to me as we go offense to defense. Now you got to protect that middle. It's protect the middle and out. Michelle Mahoney, turn around. Excuse me, Annie Harris, turn around. Be careful, Annie Harris. Watch that middle. So now there'll be a confab here, meeting of the minds with stripes. Not sure what's going on here. Maybe the clock issue again. Last time this official was all over it. He was Johnny on the spot. He was effective and outstanding. And now he seems to be talking to both coaches, so I'm not sure what's going on here, folks. Are we talking about a shot clock reset? Holy cow. There we go, guys. Let's play basketball. Everybody here has homes. No, it's red ball, guys. Holy cow. I don't even have it. All right. It's red ball, guys. So 44.5 seconds. Spy Ponders down 8. This has to be red ball. I can't imagine how you could possibly. I don't know what. So the official notes that the player taking the ball out of bounds cannot run the baseline, that's Kaylee Flanagan. And here's Flanagan. Now watch the middle here. Now watch that middle. And unable to get him to go is Gretorix. And in trouble here, but making a nice pass is. Whoa. Oh, wow. Living dangerously are the Spy Ponders. An effective cross-court pass by Farina. Wicks threw it up a little far for Harris, who turned and kind of wheeled, and just by a cat's whisker was able to hit the fingertips of a unsuspecting Wakefield player, and it'll be Spy Ponder ball. And so with 29.9, Spy Ponders leading by 8. So, my thought has always been if you have a number you don't think the other team can get to or past in 29 seconds, then you hold on to the ball, and I think they're at that number. I wouldn't shoot this basketball. I'd make them foul me, just like that. So that's what they do, and Wicks will shoot a pair. I think that I think this game has been coached flawlessly by both Amanda Mortavallette, who there's no doubt I find her one of the most effective and energetic young coaches in the area, and I couldn't be more impressed with Pavey. I thought he's really stuck with his team. They struggled mightily to score early. So 45-37, and now a 3 will have to come. Stopping and popping is Gortat. And the rebound and one there is Flanagan, the hoop and the arm, 45-39, 13.5 seconds left. And white knuckle time for the Spy Ponders at the Ties Gym on a rainy Tuesday night. Holy cow. I'll tell you. Spy Ponders went up 18-2, and if you had asked anybody in this gymnasium if the final score would have been somewhere around 45-40, they would have said, break the Prozacs in 2 next time. So here's Mahoney, Wicks, and Wixel salted away. 9 seconds left. She'll shoot 1 and 1. And barring a minor miracle, the Spy Ponders are going to improve to 5-2 on the season. This is an important win for them. The ferocious Wakefield Warriors are going to drop to 2-5. But I'll tell you, folks, go back and watch this first quarter again. You tell me if this looked like a team that was going to score 39 points tonight. They didn't do it with fast breaks, and they didn't do it with, outstanding outside shooting. They did it with guile and guts and determination. They just didn't quit. I thought Winnie, the junior, Winnie Milan, really kind of set the tone of a player that was going to not stop trying this entire contest. And that kind of energy is infectious, and I thought it spread. And soon Jamie Gretorix, the senior captain, was making plays. And then, I'll tell you, the big spark was the freshman 11, Sophie Brown, who really, was strong, ambidextrous on the dribble. This is a player with a bright future, and I thought those 3 players really set the tone. But everybody kind of contributed here for Wakefield as the freshman goes to the basket, can't get it to go, a little bit strong, and dribbling the horn away will be Kaylee Lyons, and that'll do it here at the Ties Gym on a Tuesday in Arlington as Arlington Spy Ponders win 47-39 to improve to 5-2 on the year, while the ferocious and energetic Wakefield Warriors will drop to 2-5. I think the players of the game, from my perspective, if I'm going to give an award for Wakefield, I'd have to go with Winnie Milan. I thought her effort and energy was infectious. I thought she was determined and ferocious, and and then when she started making some baskets, look out. So I thought she got the job done for Wakefield. For the Spy Ponders, I sung her praises all game long. I jinxed her one time on that turnover she had, and I apologize for that. But Carrie Farina, the senior, the super senior, I thought that and maybe this is a little bit of an award of Sports A to Z player of the game an award that's cumulative in this case, because I just think Carrie's been the most effective player from a fundamental standpoint, meaning she does the little things well all the time, and players like that a lot of times they don't get really noticed as much in the scorebook, or you don't see those players leading off highlights of Sports Center. But those are the players, you take a player like Farina and then you mix in her toughness and her experience. Those are the players that make the difference. Those are the players that win you games when you're facing a challenge, you're under duress, you're undermanned, you're facing some sort of a challenge. Those are the players that you rely on, you lean on to take you to the next level. And so she gets my player of the game. For the Bing Bang Boom Award, I got to go over to Wakefield. I really do. I realize that normally, this is an Arlington slanted broadcast, and we usually go Spy Ponders, but I got to give it to the super freshman Sophie Brown. I thought she was determined and showed high acumen for a neophyte out on the court tonight. I thought she had poise and was just very effective in the second half. It hit key free throws, made buckets, steals, deflections, rebounds. The offensive rebounds were outstanding and elite. So Brown gets the Bing Bang Boom Award. She was great. Both teams, spirited game, fun game to watch if you were anyone other than Coach Mortallette, who God bless her, she probably took a couple of weeks off her life watching the end of this as Ava Connolly and Claire Ewan ended up fouling out. But win's a win. 5-2 is, you can't ask for much of a better start than that, and things are looking up for the Spy Ponders. So we'll be back right after this. Bang, bang, boom.
My name is Max DeLuca, and if you're interested in pursuing a career in sports media, come on down to Studio B at 892 Mass Ave in Arlington.
And we're back. So that's going to be it for us here at the Taj Gym in Arlington, as tonight the Spy Ponders, with a spirited effort, especially in the first half, hold on to win against Wakefield, move to 5-2 on the season. Wakefield drops to 2-5. All right there ahead of them for the Spy Ponders. They're where they want to be, and the future looks bright and is right now. We'll see you in a couple weeks. Bing, bang, boom.